I failed forward. Because when you fail forward, you get to pick yourself up and move forward. That's what it means by fail forward. So my name is Janki Patel. I am the team leader, the CEO and the team leader for the Janki Patel team here in the Bay Area, and that is Northern California. And to be very specific, in the East Bay, Fremont, San Jose, Santa Clara, and the Tri-Valley and Tri-Cities area. So that's who I am. I've been a realtor for 17 years, and 10 out of those years have been in California, and the remaining 7 were in New Jersey, where I started my career. California, hands down. Really? Oh my God. I mean, I love California because this is where I actually, this is where I started my, when we moved here from Africa, this is the place that we landed to is California, Southern California, actually, to be honest. We moved here from Africa. That's where I was born. And we moved to California. LA is where I landed, LAX. And, I started, my first place here was Laguna Niguel, Southern California. Oh gosh, one thing I wish I had known is how awesome this business is, how your mindset makes a big difference in this business, whether positive or negative. I wish I had known about how important it is to constantly have a mindset check, have a mental check, so to speak, and focused mindset. I really wish I had known that. The biggest failure that I have achieved in these 17 years, and I'm glad I achieved these failures, was building a team and breaking it down again, building and breaking, building and falling apart. Actually, not even breaking, it was falling apart. And the reason why that was constantly happening is because I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have a coach. I didn't have systems in place. I didn't have people in place. I didn't have the technology or the tools in place. And so I always told myself, when I look back now, I say to myself, I failed forward. Because when you fail forward, you get to pick yourself up and move forward. That's what it means by fail forward. You move forward from there on, right? So those of, that was my biggest failure of not really staying focused on what is important. When you are ready to build a team, what is the main important thing you need and how to start building that team part? And what does it take on your mind? What toll does it take on your mind, your body, your attitude, and all of that? So, my biggest failure was the fact that I did not know how to run, and I wish I had known. And when you have failure, you will be more closer to your successes, because if you don't learn from your failures and you don't learn from your mistakes and you keep repeating it, and that's what I was doing. I was repeating it. I was so desperate to build that team, but I didn't realize that what I needed was a system, was tools, was technology, and more so was to learn first. So always be that growth-based, that learning-based mindset. Wow, that is a great question, because honestly, the biggest resource was my coach. But more than anything, and I cannot thank and be grateful for, was Lab Coat Agents. And I'm not saying it because, I'm part of it. I am truly saying this is because that was the one place I truly learned everything that I needed to know today with my passion, my drive, my motivation, my mindset. Listening to Tristan's webinars, listening to all the different webinars, really just being focused on education and how I can build. That was the one thing that really propelled, and of course my coach that I have, and just various. I cannot only say me. There's so many different parts to that happened and took place. One advice I would give all real estate agents that are coming in this business or who are already in this business is stay learning based. The day you think you know it all in this business, guess what? That's the day you will begin your failing. So my advice to you is learn. Always have notebooks like I do, or whichever way you write your notes or take your notes. Be a part of the growth in this business. Be a part of always being curious. Be a part of always learning. And I repeat myself right now saying this: if you stop learning, you're going to stop your growth in this business. This business is it moves so fast, and you always want to stay on top of it. So that is my one advice. What gets you up and going? What is that? And that is my big why. And I have mentioned my big why so many times, and I still stay true to it, because when I moved here 10 years ago, back to California, I moved here with $1,500, okay? And I lost my home. I lost my 401k to the 2008 and 2009 crash. I packed my bags. I sat on my front porch with my two little kids, and I called my dad and I said, Dad, I'm coming home. I've lost everything I've had. I have. And he says, come home, honey. It felt good that there was an opening. But in that whole journey, coming from, and we did a road trip, by the way, with one dog and two young kids and my husband and myself in an Odyssey van. And that $1,500, having cash, making sure that I have a roof over my kids' head, with every destination we did, food on the table, lunch, dinner, breakfast. And in that journey, I realized that I need to make sure that whatever I do in life going forward in my career, that I never have a day that I have to see this again. So when you say what drives you, that's what drives me. That is what really propels me to move forward in life. Every day I wake up with the mindset of who can I help next? Who is my next client that I can help find a home, a roof over their head, and make them happy? Because I remember when not having a roof over my head or my family's head, what happened to me. So that's my big why. And that is what propels me to move forward every single day. I carry it on my sleeve, literally every single day. I make sure that I am in constant touch with my son or my daughter. I make sure that we do have family dinners, because for me, that was very important. I do make sure that we talk to each other every single day. And we're in a family business, by the way, so we do have to see each other and talk to each other, but yeah, that they are, everyone's kids are their worlds, right? And I totally agree. Our kids are our world, our joy, everything. But for me, it's not about my kids only. It's about my journey into real estate. And when I came to California and got my license, nobody wanted to help me. None of the realtors here wanted to help me. All of the top producers closed their doors, even though I asked them and begged them that, hey, can I be a part of your team? Can I learn the rules about California? Because they're so different from New Jersey. Because New Jersey is an attorney state. California is not. I did not know how to do anything. I was even willing to pay 50% of my commission, all right, to learn, because I was so hungry for learning. And I had one chance and one opportunity. And I had an opportunity to talked to a realtor who told me, why don't you just come to my disclosure classes every Monday at 2 o'clock and you will get to learn. And all I did was scribble notes on all the different kinds of disclosures I needed. So you see, my journey into real estate has not been easy, yet it has been the best, fruitful, and successful business I have ever owned. My biggest driving force, adding to my big why, is my fantastic, team, my staff. I am not only staffing them, but I'm also taking care of their family, their children. And for me, that is my weakness. That is, I want to make sure I take care of them. I take care of their family, by really making sure that I do what is most important. And of course, my clients, without them, there's nothing. So those are my big whys. Well, one of the things that I really want to focus in on is, why is it important to grind, hustle, conquer, and execute? So I really want to be able to help people understand, what is this business all about? And second, what does mindset have to do with all of this? You see, motivation and mindset are so important, the key ingredients to any business. But in real estate, you're going to have no's, you're going to have challenges, and you're going to have objections. How do you handle those? And how do you compartmentalize those on a daily basis to get to where you want to be in this business? Every day when I walk into my office and I see this, okay, I'm grinding. There's a reason why I'm hustling, I'm conquering, and I'm going to execute. So how am I going to do this? And why is it so important for me to do that? You see, for me, if you look all around my office, there are different quotes about mindset, about successful, about why and what it takes to be successful. I have them all over the place here. So for me, the mindset is the first thing you need to work on in any business, let alone real estate. Second is your ability and learning base. If you're not learning based, you need to become learning based, because it's going to help you create this massive growth, create this massive business. And the third is, where do you go with the systems, the tools, the technology, and how do you use each one of them to incorporate them in your business? I'm ready. I really am. I'm ready to help you succeed.